everyone, I'm Becky,
I'm Sarah.
and
I
we're
almost forgot myself.
doing Bickering Book reviews. Today we are talking about First Down by Grace Reilly, which has been out for a long time, so I just got it off of Overdrive.
Okay.
So this book is about James and Bex, and James is a star quarterback on his college football team, McKee, and Bex is she's a scholarship student. You know how this goes. It's like an 80s movie. She's a scholarship student and they meet at a party and neither of them really want a relationship because he had a bad relationship and his dad made him promise to focus on football and she had a really bad breakup with a cheater. And so but they are drawn
Peter.
together and there's sparks and there's romance while she's trying to figure out like what she's going to do next because she's got this obligation to her family and he wants to be a football star and it kind of goes from there.
It was kind of a chore for me to read this actually. Like I started and stopped a couple times. I, I don't know, because I don't know. I never really got into the characters, I guess.
So to me, it was fine. Like it was, I listened to it, which might have made it easier. Um, I I never really felt like their relationship was all that well developed.
No, it really wasn't.
And to me, this felt very much like a first book, but it felt like a first book that was self-published. And I don't know, maybe it started its life that way. I didn't do a lot of research. Um, People who know me know I went to one of the biggest football schools in the country. I feel like I can say that pretty safely. I mean, it's a fact. I felt like this book did not properly show college football. And there is a part where to declare his love, to prove his love, his grand gesture against her ex-boyfriend, he does something at a football game, a very big football game. I don't want to give anything away. I do not buy that. Like it kind of tainted the whole book for me. Um,
It was hard to buy that. I don't know. Maybe if there was more development around it, she could have sold it, but I don't think in the context that it was in that it was sold.
Because I think that they kind of went from like, this isn't a real relationship to we're deeply in love to I'm going to do this thing. And like everybody, and first of all, everybody knew he did this thing and there was no fallout. And I'm kind of like, and there
Talk
were,
about big money. Like you're messing with people's money.
yeah. And I'm also like, I don't think, trying to, and I get it's a book. And in the world of college football, how is this tiny little school in upstate New York playing against teams like Alabama? I don't, and I guess, and maybe that, like, that's like, it's a book, like, don't acknowledge reality. And maybe other people didn't have that problem, but that stuck with me. And so, like, if I had been like swept up in their romance, I don't think I would have noticed it. But since I wasn't swept up in their romance, because it also kind of felt like they went from we're just bed buddies to we're deeply in love to we must be together forever.
Well, and I think my other frustration was the side characters didn't make sense and weren't developed enough. Like, I get that you're not going to focus on the side characters, but their relation to the main characters wasn't developed enough for number one, them to be memorable, number one, for them to make sense. Like, for example, like how the two brothers kind of fit in together and like one was adopted, but I couldn't remember who and I couldn't remember all of that. And then also like Bex's relationship with her mom is weird and like you don't actually I feel like I was really kind of unsure of like how does she actually feel about this and what's going on there. Like I was just very uncertain about the whole thing.
Well,
And
and
yeah.
well, and I also like I must have cared enough because I kept like I did end up listening to the two books that are out. And I do feel like the writing gets better and the characters get more developed. So that's why I'm like, is it just the first book? And I will also say I feel like the sports got better. However, I don't know a lot about hockey. And the one with baseball, it seemed accurate to me. I know more about professional baseball than I do college baseball.
I know very little about sports. I am not encouraged to read anymore in this series. Yeah, because I'm not particularly fan of the characters. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to know more about them. Like, the mom and dad's relationship is supposed to be this epic love, and it's like, I don't even like the dad. Like, I don't, like, get off the page, go away. I don't want
The
to,
other thing, like they keep telling you like he's a great dad, and I'm like,
no,
but where?
no.
It's a like a show not tell.
Yeah.
And like I said, this might have been our first book. I don't know. It feels like a first book. It feels like a first book that didn't really have an editor.
Yeah,
Um,
it does.
we
It
should
does.
probably just rate it. Our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse. Where are you?
It was a real struggle for me to read this. I'm gonna go with 2 unicorns.
I'm like, I'm gonna go with a 3 for no other reason than when I was done, I did care enough to keep reading. So that is where we are
First down
on first down. I don't know why I
by
can't.
Grace Reilly.
Yes, and we'll see you around later.
Bye.
Bye.